Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing. We are glad in it. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, November the 7th, 2023. We are live here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you're coming on, joining me live, do me a quick favor. Hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know your boy, Ramonepreston, my squad. We are all live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta on this amazing or terrific Tuesday. So welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. All of you that are joining us through my phone on IG, through our streaming service on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Wherever you're watching us from, I want to say welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. Good afternoon. My hope and expectation is that your Tuesday is going absolutely amazing. Today, I want to talk to you about how to make the most out of your business. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're a small business owner, no, this is not a replay. I am live, my friend. I am live. Today is Tuesday, November the 7th, 2023. It is approximately 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am live today on the Ramonepreston Show. Some days we're not live because I might be out ripping and running, doing business in meetings or appointments, and I can't make it. But most of the time when I'm here in my office, when it gets close to 12, I come here. My studio is right beside my office, so I'm always able to jump on our live and be here. So good afternoon. I am live. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you have any questions, be sure to put your questions in the comments. We have our Millionaire concierge, my squad. They always lurking in those comments to make sure that if there are any questions I need to answer, we get those questions and we do our best to answer those questions. Also, put in the comments what city you're watching me from today. If you're watching us from IG, I know there's an echo because you're watching me from my phone. You see I have my mic on, so the only way you can hear me through the mic, you have to stream with us on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. But wherever you're watching us from, good afternoon. Thank you for watching the show. Today I want to talk about how to make the most out of your business. Now, if you are an entrepreneur, most likely, if you're an entrepreneur, most likely you are a solopreneur. That means you or your spouse or someone that you're doing business with, whoever founded the business, you're probably the one running the business. Okay, so statistics show this across the board that most people who own businesses are the only ones who run the business. Okay, most entrepreneurs do not have a staff. They do not have people that they hire and pay salaries to work for them. We all have to go through those stages in our lives. But here's the problem. When you're a solopreneur running your own business and you're responsible to do everything, like I was at one point in my entrepreneurial journey, it's so many hats you got to wear, you don't even know how to really get everything done. I'm sure that if I did a survey right now and asked y'all, how many of you solopreneurs feel like you're all over the place? Most of y'all will raise your hand and say, bruh, I feel like I'm all over the place. I feel like I'm wearing multiple hats. I'm spinning my wheels and I ain't getting enough done. And so I want to show you some very strategic things that you can do even as a solopreneur. So don't complain, don't get upset, don't be flustered and frustrated because you solo dolo. You're the only one doing the doggone thing. You got to wake up every day and you got to scrap it out and grind and hustle. I know how it feels. I've been an entrepreneur full time for over 20 years. And so for years, I had to wake up every day. I had to do the marketing. I had to do the sales. I had to do the financials. I had to do the customer service. I had to come up with the ideas for the products and services. I had to deliver the products and services. I had to follow up. I had to deal with customers and clients that were griping. I know how it feels to do everything in a business, but I also know that once you start understanding how to make the most out of your business, then you will become more efficient as an entrepreneur, and you can start building systems and processes around it. So today's show is all about how to make the most out of your business. All right. So here is where you're going to begin. If you want to make the most out of your business, meaning that if you want to get the most value out of what you do as an entrepreneur, you have to begin by looking at the 5 main systems or operational activities in your business. I call them the 5 corporate systems, okay? So if you look at a business, there are 5 main systems. You have your marketing system, you have your sales, you have your financial, you have your operational, and I'm separating this for a reason, and then you have your admin. And your operational is really your executive operations. So I teach all this to my students and clients because I know if you break your business up into these 5 divisions or these 5 departments, you could consider these to be like 5 divisions or departments or systems in your business. If you break your business up into these 5, it's going to start simplifying it. Because what's going to happen is if you're a solopreneur and you wake up every day, if you break your business up into these 5, everything that you start doing for your business, you can start associating it to the 5. So let's say, for example, when you post something on social media, you can look at these 5 and see, okay, what area of my business does this involve, right? Or include? Okay, that would be marketing. If you're on the phone with somebody who want to know something about your products and services and they want to buy something, what area or department would that be? That would be sales. If you have to do an invoice or a receipt, or if you have to go check your bank account, what area of your business or division and department of your business is it? That's financial. If you as the CEO or the executive, you have to go meet somebody because there's a potential partnership, or you're formulating a new vision, or you have an idea for a new product that you want to develop, what area of business is that? That's your executive operational. What if you have to put a flyer together? Or what if you have to provide customer service to somebody, or you have to go ship something because you got a product that you need to ship to somebody? That would be administrative. So the fact that you break your business up into these 5 main areas, where I call them divisions. These will be divisions or departments in your business. But once you break these 5 up into divisions or departments, then you could create systems for these 5. So you don't need a whole lot of systems. Like I show my students and clients how they could just take 2 main systems. And when I say systems, I'm talking about like technological platforms or applications. You could take 2. You could just do 2, and you can use those 2 to cover these 5. But you're not going to have systems and processes that make your business more efficient if you don't break it up into these 5. Okay, so this is the first step to making the most out of your business. You need to separate your business and break your business up into these 5 areas. Once you break your business up into these 5 areas, then you need to look at each of these 5. And I'm talking about get into the nuts and bolts of each of these 5 to see what am I doing for my business in these 5 areas that's working. You need to look at whatever the things are that you do every day as an entrepreneur to see if they're working. So I need to look at what am I doing in my marketing? Is it working? Am I getting results? Do I have data to show that I'm getting results? What am I doing in my sales? Am I generating enough activity? What am I doing in my financials? Do I know how much money I'm making, or how much money I'm spending, or how much money I'm short? You got to know that. When I look at my executive operational department, am I meeting enough clients? Am I casting vision? Am I having enough conversations? Am I getting in front of the right people? Am I meeting new people? In my administration, am I providing the best customer service? Am I staying in touch with people on a regular basis who bought something from me in the past? This is how you're going to begin the process of figuring out if you are making the most out of your business and if you're providing the most value to your business. See, a lot of times we as entrepreneurs and business owners, we be so focused on trying to provide value to people, we forget to provide value to our own business. Like, you can't even imagine how many business owners or quote unquote entrepreneurs who have a LLC that I sit down with, and when we start going through this, they looking at me like, bruh, I don't even have none of these in place. I'm just waking up every day scrapping it out. I'm just trying to make a couple dollars to pay a bill, to get some gas money, to eat some lunch, you know, to make sure I can make it in the next week. That's not how you're going to have a long-term successful business. Ain't no way in this world I'll be standing in front of you right now after 20 years of being a full-time entrepreneur. So for the last 20 years, me and my wife, we've gotten up every day and we have depended upon what we do in business to take care of us and our family. And 20 years later, I got grandkids. I've raised my kids. I've helped so many people. My wife and I, we have helped and served so many people. We stopped counting. We've helped so many people and served so many people. But we attribute a lot of our success, not just personally, but to help other people to our business and to being able to understand how a business works. So the first step to making the most out of your business is separate those 5. Even if you ain't got people to help you, guess what? You need to sit down. Even if you just get 5 pieces of paper and say, okay, I'm going to set up my marketing division, my sales division, my financial division, my executive operational division, and my administrative division. And then I'm going to get 5 pieces of paper. I'm going to label each of those papers with one of these to represent a division or a department or a system that I'm going to have in the future, even if you ain't got it now. And now I want to look at each of these areas to see what am I doing or not doing on a day-to-day basis. And what type of results am I seeing? If I'm not seeing results, then that means I'm not doing nothing, right? So here's some things that you need to look at. And by the way, I just had this conversation last night for about an hour with my coaching clients. Every Monday night, we have a coaching call. It's a private call that I have for people who are in my 1-year Millionaire Mentorship program. And we talked about this in depth. And I'm telling y'all, even if it's not me, at some point as an entrepreneur, you need to find a coach. You need to find a mentor. I know when you hear people say that, it's always people who are selling coaching programs or online courses. But the reason why we always talk about it because we have become like ambassadors to the very thing we have, right? So I love talking about coaching and talking about mentorship and talking about education and training because not only do I sell it, but I buy it and I know what type of impact it's had on me. So I'm bringing that up because a lot of you entrepreneurs, you around here solo dolo trying to do everything yourself is crippling you. And you probably losing more money than you would have spent if you just paid for somebody to help you. If you just paid to be in a community, to be around people who know more than you, who further along than you, they could have helped you get where you need to go. You got to invest in yourself through education, training, mentorship, coaching, putting yourself in that community. So here are the 5 areas that you need to break up if you want to make the most out of your business. And then you need to look at each of these 5. You need to look at each of these 5 to figure out, okay, what am I doing in these areas that's working? And what am I doing in these areas that ain't working? All right. So hopefully you wrote that down. So let's look at your marketing real quick. We're going to look at each one. Marketing. This is the first area. You need to look and identify with, are you doing the right things for your marketing? Or are you doing anything for your marketing? So what are some things you need to take a look at to see if they're working. You need to take a look at your content creation. Are you creating enough content? You got to look and see if you're creating enough content. That means, are you putting enough videos out? Are you on social media enough talking about your business and giving people value? Are you doing what I'm doing right now? Do you have a show or some type of platform that you're using? Even if you're not a video person and you don't like being in front of a camera, you got to figure out a creative way to stay on social media. I promise you, if you're not on social media and you are a business owner, you are telling us, the consumer, the community, the marketplace, that you really don't want to do business. So if I want to do business with somebody and I go try to find them on social media and I can't find them, even if they got a page, but the page is dead, they ain't been on there and posted nothing in 3 months or 2 weeks. I'm not saying that some people won't do business with you, but what I am saying is, in a social media world, if you're not engaging people every day on social media and you expect for people, strangers who don't know you, who don't trust you, who don't even have an opinion about you to even like you, you expecting for them to do business with you, you ain't giving them nothing to work with. Because if I go to your social media page and you trying to sell me something and you got a private page, I can't even see what you posting. Your page is private. You're doing it wrong. This is why you're not making the most out of your marketing. You're doing it wrong. Your page should not be private if you're a business owner. Your pages should be open. Like, what are you hiding? That shouldn't be your personal page. It is crazy to see people who own businesses and then I go to their social media page and it's all private. What are you telling me? You telling me I don't want to do business with you. I don't want you in my business. Okay, we sure ain't gonna be in your business and we ain't doing business with you. You gotta open yourself up. So take a look at your content creation. Take a look at your storytelling. And what I like to say is, don't just focus on telling one story. Don't focus on telling one story. Tell as many stories as you can, because you are a diverse type of person. Like, I got so many things about me that I can't just tell the world one story about me. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm a preacher, I'm an apostle, I have a church, I have a nonprofit, I have done prison ministries, community outreach ministries, youth ministries. I've started so many nonprofit community-based programs. I have a business, I do real estate, my wife is an agent, I'm married. I got all these things about me. I got spiritual children. Like, I have a community of people who I serve and support. I got so many things that I can tell stories about. So I have to make sure that I'm telling enough stories, not just the right story. Because marketing is not about being right. It's really about just being consistent and showing up. Okay. Are you sending emails out to your people? Do you even have an email database? If you don't, you need to figure out creative ways to get people's emails. So this is how you look in the details to see if you're making the most of your marketing, okay? Now your sales, you got to do the same thing for your sales. Are you making enough calls? Have you done the math on your calls? Like, I think every business owner, especially if you're a small business owner, you're a solopreneur, you ain't got a big budget or a big staff, I think every solopreneur and small business owner should have a direct sales or agenda in their business under their sales division to make calls. You should be cold calling, warm calling, hot calling. You should be calling people. And don't push all that off to virtual assistants, especially if a lot of your business is based on you building trust with people. You got to get on that phone. You got to call people. So you need to look at your calls. Are you sending text messages to people? Do you have a script? Do you have a sales process? If you ain't got none of this and you're in business, this is why you probably ain't making enough money or you ain't making no money. Point blank, period. So that means your sales, you need to be looking at, am I making enough calls? Do I even have people's phone number to call them and to present to them or to propose to them an opportunity for them to buy my products and services? Do I have a script that I use when I call and text people? Do I have a sales process to walk people through? This is how you make the most of your sales division, okay? Number 3, your financials. This is the third department of your business. So your financial department, what are some things that you need to be looking at? You need to be looking at your margins. If you're making sales, you need to be looking at your money targets. Do I have the right money targets? You need to be able to look at your financial activities. Hopefully you're using some type of software like QuickBooks, and you need to be able to look at your financial activities to see, what did I do the last 90 days? And then you need to be able to project to see, or forecast to see, what do I want to do in the next 90 days? If you can't go to some financial management app like QuickBooks or something similar for your business and see how much money you made, how much money you lost, and how much money you got left from the last 90 days, then you're doing something wrong when it comes to your financial activities, okay? So we've covered the marketing, we've covered the sales, now we're covering the financials. Now the last 2 areas of your business are your operations and your admin. So again, these are all the areas of your business that you need to be taking a close look at to see if you are making the most out of your business. So when it comes to your executive operations, my question to you is, are you casting your vision enough? Are you casting your vision enough? Are you talking about what you envision to do with your business to people? Are you creating partnerships? That's something that you got to do. Are you developing? I'm going to call it product development. Are you developing new products? Are you coming up with new ways to service your clients? That falls on you. That ain't nobody else's responsibility but yours. When it comes to administration, are you documenting? Are you documenting all of your activities effectively? Come on, baby, don't do me like this today. Are you documenting? So what that means is, everything that you do in your business, do you have some type of platform or system or piece of technology that you can use to track all the activities of what you do in your marketing, in your sales, in your financials, in your operations, and in your administrations? If you ain't documenting this stuff, it's going to be very hard for you to look back to see what's working and what's not working. When it comes to your administration, what about your customer support? Are you supporting your customers? Are you staying in communication with them? I know anybody that becomes a client of mine, whether they are a student in one of my courses, if they're a client in my consulting business, if I'm coaching them and they're in my coaching program, licensees, anything anybody does in my ecosystem, we will bombard them with emails, with text messages, with phone calls. We will send communication to them. We will stay in touch with them. We will follow up and follow up and follow up. Why? Number one, we are committed to success. And so anytime we get a chance to come into contact with people, we want to prove to them that we're committed to success, and we want to show them, if you do business with us or keep doing business with us, this is how we do business. We're going to push you to succeed in your business. We're going to push you to succeed financially. We're going to coach you and mentor you and support you and give you all the resources and value and information you need to succeed. So all of you that are watching today's show, we were talking about how to make the most out of your business. And the easiest way to make the most out of your business is to break your business up into those 5 divisions or departments, and then look at the details of each of those 5 to see, what am I doing in these areas, or what am I not doing in these areas that's working or that ain't getting me no results. And then when you identify with what's working, if you got something that's working in those areas, double down, triple down, go all in with it and keep doing it. Things that are not working, move it out the way, scrap it, and focus on the things that are working. I promise you, if you do that every day, even if you're not making a whole lot of money, but if you are generating enough activities in those 5 areas every day, especially the marketing and the sales, I promise you will see results. All right. So here's what I want you to do very quickly. For those of you that are watching me, I want you to put in the comments what your biggest takeaway is from today's show. I come here live every day, 12 o'clock noon, most days, unless I'm tied up in a meeting or doing some business and I can't make it here live. But for the most part, I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern. And all I do is show up to give you the game, to share information with you, to show you what you can do to engineer a $1 million enterprise. If you don't want to be a millionaire, you don't want to be financially free, you don't want to be successful, you ain't thinking about doing nothing in business, then what I share on this show might not work for you. It may be for somebody else. But if you dream and desire to be successful and to engineer a real business that can take care of you and your family, all you got to do is listen and take the information and put it to practice. So I would love to know, what was your biggest takeaway from today's show? If you have any questions about today's show or something that we talked about, or if you need help on anything that we talked about, marketing, sales, your financials, your executive operations, your administrative activities, or just the whole business that you want to put together, if you need help, we have courses, online, virtual, digital courses. We have a coaching program. It's called our Millionaire Mentorship program. It offers you weekly coaching calls, 24-hour access to all of our online courses. We give you access to all of our workshops and our boot camps so that we can show you how to engineer a $1 million enterprise. All you have to do is look in the comments. This is an easy way to communicate. If you have any questions about today's show, or if you're working on something in your business and you just need some direction, you don't know what to do next. Maybe you're trying to start a business, restructure it, reorganize it. Maybe you're trying to figure out what systems and processes you need. Maybe you have questions about pricing your products or services. We work with our students and clients with this every day. We would love to help you, give you direction, and answer your questions. And we do this for free. All you have to do is reach out to us. So inside of the comments, you're going to see the word mentor with a number. All you have to do is text the word mentor to that number, and we'll reach back out to you. We'll answer any question you have about your business, about holding companies, about investing, finances. We do it all here. I'm doing it myself in my business, and I'm sharing my success with my community for your business. So everything that I talk about, you can watch me living it in my own life. You can see it in my business. And I don't teach anything or talk about anything that I personally don't do. I don't hypothetically talk about theories and ideals that are not real to me. If I'm doing it and I'm getting results from it, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to give it to you. And I'm going to show you what it's doing for me. So again, if you have any questions or if you need any information from us, look in the comments, take the number that you see in the comments, text the word mentor to that number, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. If you're looking for courses or some education or coaching and mentorship, we have programs that are tailored to help you. We have payment plan options. We try to make it as affordable and accessible to our people as possible so that we can stay in business, but also help you build your business. So reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And don't forget, I don't care what platform you are watching me from, whether you're on Instagram through my phone, whether you're on our streaming service through Facebook, LinkedIn, X, or YouTube, what I'm asking you to do for me, all right, in exchange for everything that I provide to you free on this show every day and through other content, I'm just asking that you take a moment, go to YouTube, type in Ramonepreston, and subscribe to my YouTube page. All right. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for letting us know that the show is helping you and that the information we share is giving you what you need to succeed. We thank you and appreciate you tremendously. Again, if you have any questions or if you need any other information from us, inside of the comments of this video, you will see the word mentor and the number. You can text the word mentor to. I answer questions for people all day, every day, absolutely free. It's free 99, baby. Love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow right here, same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon on the Ramonepreston Show.